Matthew 5:44-45. Love your enemies. Bless the one who curses you. Do something wonderful for the one who hates you. And respond to the very ones who persecute you by praying for them. For that will reveal your identity as children of your heavenly Father. Maya worked in a bright downtown office where everything looked polished and collaborative from the outside. Glass walls, clean desks, smiling Slack emojis, catered lunches on Thursdays. But for 6 months, one person had made her work life quietly miserable. His name was Trevor. He interrupted her in meetings, repackaged her ideas as his own, and once forwarded one of her mistakes to half the team with a cheerful, "Just flagging this for visibility." He never shouted, never cursed, never did anything dramatic enough to be obvious. He just kept applying pressure in ways that made Maya feel small. At first, she did what most people do. She replayed conversations in her head, built imaginary speeches in the shower, sent screenshots to friends with "Can you believe this guy?" attached underneath. She stayed outwardly professional, but inwardly she had started feeding on resentment. Then, one Sunday, her pastor said something that irritated her on contact. Jesus didn't just say, "Don't retaliate." He said, "Love your enemies in a way that reveals whose child you are." That line followed her into Monday. Not because she liked it, but because she knew exactly who her enemy was. That morning, Trevor beat her to the conference room and made another thinly veiled comment about double-checking the details this time. A few people laughed awkwardly. Maya felt the heat rise in her face. The old impulse rushed in instantly. Embarrass him back. Ice him out. Make him feel what he makes you feel. Instead, she remembered the verse, and in one of the hardest prayers she had prayed in weeks, she said silently, "Jesus, I do not feel love for this man, but I refuse to become smaller inside because of him. Show me how to respond like you." Nothing mystical happened. No warm flood, no halo over Trevor's head, but a small gap opened between her wound and her reaction. That week, she learned his father had been hospitalized. She found out by overhearing him on a call in the hallway, his voice stripped of its swagger. For the first time, he didn't sound sharp. He sounded scared. Maya kept walking, then stopped, then turned around. "Hey," she said, "I overheard a little. I'm sorry. That sounds heavy." Trevor looked startled, like he had prepared for judgment and received water instead. "Yeah," he said. "It's been a lot." That didn't make everything instantly better. He was still difficult. She was still guarded. But something changed in her that day. She had expected forgiveness to excuse him. Instead, it exposed her. It showed her how quickly pain had made her cruel in secret. How easily she had mirrored his spirit while calling herself the better person. And it also showed her something holier. Compassion did not make her weak. It made her free. Over the next month, Maya stayed clear-eyed. She set boundaries where needed. She didn't pretend wrong was right. But she stopped feeding the internal courtroom. She began praying for Trevor on the train ride home. Short, honest prayers. God, heal whatever in him spills onto everyone else. And don't let bitterness shape me into someone I'm not. Gradually, the tension eased. Trevor apologized one afternoon, stiffly, imperfectly, but sincerely. Maya accepted it without performance. Later that night, walking past the lit windows of other people's apartments, she realized something surprising. Trevor had not only been an irritant, he had been a mirror. A hard one, the kind God sometimes uses. Because it is easy to feel spiritual when surrounded by kind people. But Christ-like character is formed when love is demanded where it does not feel deserved. And Maya understood then. Sometimes your enemy is not just the person hurting you. Sometimes your enemy is the version of yourself that wants permission to stop loving. That is why Jesus commands compassion and forgiveness, not to deny justice, but to keep your soul from being discipled by injury. And the one who answers hatred with mercy does not just change the atmosphere. They begin to look like Christ.